Uranium in drinking water. Here's what you need to know. As uranium could be an issue, you need to understand where it comes from, what it does, is it a problem, is it a health effect, and why it's important. So first of all, we are taking a look at HydroViv right here to understand what uranium is, where does it come from. Uranium is a naturally occurring radionuclide, typically found in groundwater, and it enters the water by leaching from rocks and soil or releases it into processing plants. So it can be human-made from things like nuclear power plants, heavy industry, and it can also come from rocks and soil. Long-term exposure to uranium in drinking water increases the risk of kidney cancer in humans and can also decay into other radioactive substances such as radium, which has been known to cause cancer. The current EPA federal standard for uranium in drinking water is 30 parts per billion, and most standard pitcher and refrigerator pitchers do not include the necessary filtration media to remove uranium from drinking water. So should I be treating my drinking water like radioactive waste? Absolutely not. The concentration of uranium in drinking water is nowhere near the levels found in radioactive waste. So this isn't cause to say, oh, I'm going to freak out. I can never drink tap water. It's all radioactive. It's going to blow up or cause me issues. There is no need to avoid being near tap water. But it's a good idea to also understand more about it. So what can I do to remove uranium from my drinking water? Well, there's a few things. Unlike lead, which leaches from water pipes, uranium comes from the source water itself. So as we've talked about lead, it is a little bit different. They're still both very harmful, and there's no safe amount really of lead. But the issue is that you're going to run into is that there's not really too much you can do about uranium, because lead you can fix the pipes. Uranium's as the source water itself. So just flushing the pipes continuously to get rid of lead isn't necessarily going to get rid of uranium concentrations. Boiling water also does not reduce or remove uranium from your drinking water. But does that mean there's no hope? Actually, there's a couple things you can do. You can do ion exchange media, and that does a nice job of removing radium and uranium from drinking water without removing minerals like calcium or magnesium. So you can still get the things that you need in water, and you can still be safe. And this is the approach that a lot of filters take. And then there's reverse osmosis, and that's also another viable way to remove uranium from water for people who are willing to accept drawbacks like low flow rate and complexity of installation. And that's up to you to decide which one that you want to use. That being said, it's still an issue that uranium can be in high concentrations and it can cause problems. So uranium's in a lot of drinking water. That doesn't mean to freak out, but it does mean it's a good idea to take some time and some protocols to test your water and make sure that your water does not have high levels of uranium or contaminants like it.